The conversation continues on the Morning Crossfire. I still have in the studio the Honorary Commissioner for Information, Mr. Joe Johnson, the Rivers APC Caretaker Chairman, Mr. Chief Tony Okocha. Yes, Chief. I have to say hi, Chief. Chief, is it hi, Chief?
Please remove the hi.
Chief Tony Okocha.
I'm an equal man.
It's still very much with us
in
in the studio, and it's been a very interesting conversation clarifying the situation in the APC. And he had said directly he's not apologizing to the NBA for any reason whatsoever. I'm pretty sure the NBA would be listening. The Honorable Commissioner has also cited the work that the government is doing in Rivers State. And before the break, he was also talking about how nothing is changing the date for the local government election as at now. From all indications, we have that election coming in October. And certain clarity was also made with regards to the situation of the Congress that the PDP held. Well, gentlemen, let's get on to some more developmental talks. And the reason for that is because, we have the commissioner here who reels out and talks about what the government is doing. On the other hand, the opposition, led by Tony Okocha, has many times said, well, it isn't seeing what the government is doing. The projects are not carried out, and some of the projects that are carried out are not up to standard. First off, I think I'll allow Chief to say a few things, because I know before the break you had some response that you wanted to give. So, yes. Meanwhile, before you go on, Chief, on Facebook we are streaming live at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. So you can watch and join the conversation there. All right, Chief.
Okay, yeah, I think I was going to say that, let me put it on record that I have done nothing to warrant apologies to anybody, not even the NBA chairman. And I'm sure that organization is also not registered with CAC. I googled it, it's not registered with CAC. So anybody can trump up anything. 1-2 persons can decide to come and say a thing that they want to say. But I have no reason. Let me inform them, I'm sure that they know that this judge, with all due respect, this particular judge, first, I wrote a petition against 7 judges in Rivers State, and they are lying down there at the NJC as we speak. This particular one, I took him on. I wrote to the chief judge here, I said, look, this man is biased, and there are the trappings of bias in him and sidedness, and that those who contrived and contracted him to do a particular job that was obnoxious had left the group and had come to us to tell us this. I wrote the petition. That the petition is dated 20th of March, 2024. I said, you are biased. I said so. I have seen judges who will tell you, look, don't write petition against us. When your mother is on in an open court and you feel that you are uncomfortable with me here, tell me, and I will send back the file to the NJC or to the CJ. But in this case, we wrote the petition. Our lawyer flaunted that petition before him. Say, look, my lord, there's a petition against you. Please do the needful. The next order court session, this judge saw the secretary of the caretaker committee seated in court and said, Eric, stand up. Eric, the guy stood up. The guy's name is Chief Eric Wibane. The guy stood up and said, even when I wrote petition, in other words, he had acknowledged that there's a petition that we wrote against him as telling him that he was biased. And I'm talking about the petition that we wrote in March and the delivered judgment in August. And he said he was going to complete the matter. And we said, okay, no problem. Come, three of us are friends, right? And then we have you and I now have some disagreement. And my friend here, Joe Johnson, is going to be the arbiter. And I find that Joe Johnson is lean to your side. You want me to? Will you expect me to submit myself to his adjudication on the matter?
In other words, no apology should be.
I will not. I have done nothing to render any apology to anybody.
Let's pause it there.
The issue of supermarkets used in addressing courts in Rivers State is not peculiar to me. You can debate that with my friend Chris Finebone.
All right. Let's not go into that because he's not here to defend himself.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's not go into that. Exactly. But let me come back to the commissioner.
All your problems are usually centered around
Opobo people.
So you have a child in Opobo.
All right, Honorable Commissioner.
Yes.
Yes. So, what should Rivers people be expecting? Because many people would say 2 years, almost 2 years, and looking at some of the sectors, the visit that we had in the agric sector, we know that the Commissioner for Agric recently is running a program, an empowerment program, where people are being handed over poultry, birds, and fish farmers, and the rest of them. But the visit to the farm, in Ogoni, had raised hopes, but so far we haven't really heard much about what's happening there. The cassava plant is another place where many have looked at to think that, well, this would be something that would really benefit Rivers people. There's the housing project that's ongoing. So what should we be expecting in this almost 2 years?
No, you can't say almost 2 years. We just finished 1 year in June.
Okay.
And we clearly stated that our 3 cardinal programs which are faced frontally would be in the areas of agriculture, education, and health. We're not leaving out the other sectors. You know that the state was actually on life support. You know, we had activities only, if you call it road infrastructure, but here we're doing human capacity, and we're also building infrastructure that we are seeing. We had started with the Trans-Calabari Road. We're doing a 225 billion. We're not borrowing it. That's part of the gains of what we have in IGR. And then we're doing quite a number of other roads. Only yesterday, 2 days ago, the Okocha Road, which there had been so much public outcry, which had been abandoned for 11 years. And you can see how 11 years would have touched into Tony Okocha's reign as Chief of Staff with Rotimi Amechi, because His Excellency Nyesom Wike did 8 years. So in an 11 years arrangement, you would see that there's a spillover of 3 years. And that was part of the period that he was Chief of Staff. He didn't touch the Okocha. We have gone there to put that project on, and is one major project that the Che people are very happy about, because it cuts across Obiakpo and then an Equatorial local government. So these are part of the little things we are doing. Aside from the very major ones we had already mentioned. You had mentioned the housing project. We never thought about it. It never happened. The last that we heard about housing project was the one that His Excellency Right Honorable Amechi did, I think, around the Transamadi area. That one I don't even know what its fate is. So we have started with 20,000 housing projects, and many more are yet to spring up, because investors are trooping into the state trying to see how they can be part of these projects that are ongoing. So I want to think that in the health sector, in the education, on road infrastructure, what we're doing on Trans-Calabari alone has 3 decompiles, and then the equivalent of what you can compare to a flyover would give us another flyover. And then the ring road that we're doing has about 6 flyovers, and then also have several bridges. What I call flyovers are the ones that have interchange. He knows what I'm talking about.
Bridge. I don't know what you're talking
I don't want to call it overhead bridge. You know what it is. So these are the things we're doing. In the health sector, we're trying to revive all the primary health sectors. We're trying across the 3 senatorial zones. We're trying to see as much as possible to have to. Because if we do that, it will reduce the pressure on the tertiary. So the teaching hospitals, the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital and the RSUTH will also have a little relief, because if you go there and see how patients, some are lying, some have no beds, particularly that they are not even in enough spaces. Quite a lot of expansion programs are going on in RSUTH, and we're building this general hospital to remove the pressure in his community. In Rumigbo, where my friend Tony Okocha comes from, we're upgrading the neuropsychiatric hospital, which is an old structure that had been there. We're trying to upgrade it, and we're building a brand new general hospital in his community. So if he has not seen so much of what we have done, let him just take a stroll from his house to that place, he will see that we're investing about 13 billion to build a brand new hospital. We're going to build and furnish. We're not going to build and lock up. We'll build and open to public use. We may not even build with the fanfare of trying to do commissioning and flagging off and all that. It's not in our gene.
All right, Chief.
Yes.
Well, you've always questioned the government and asked questions around what they are doing with the monies that come in. Well, you're hearing the commissioner reel out some of the activities. Are these activities?
And you also know that the word bursary and scholarships had been jettisoned long ago. We're bringing all that back.
You are bringing.
Yeah,
I want to hear that.
We have said the machinery in motion.
I want to hear that they are here now.
We have had to appoint a permanent secretary in the scholarship
If wishes were houses,
you understand?
we are told that
we have a new commissioner for education. All these are, ongoing projects that will come to fruition.
Okay, Chief, you want to respond?
Yeah, I said if wishes were houses, you know what would have happened. Okay, you know who we are reading. So this man, my friend here, is talking about what they wish to do. We are not seeing them translated in action. They are not there.
I'm saying what we're doing. I'm not saying what we wish to do.
All right, sir.
I didn't say what we wish to do.
You talked about psychiatric. It's a stone throw to my family house.
Beautiful.
I don't need to even take an Okada or anything. It's a stone throw. It's less than 5 minutes from my family house to the place. And I can tell you, please don't talk about upgrade. Except that when people want to, siphon funds, they will generate certain things that are just not. Let me not use that word. But the truth of the matter is that 2 years before Wike left office, Governor Wike left office, as he then was, that project, that facility was reconstructed. That facility was given not even a facelift. You can go and you are journalists, you go and make the inquiries and confirm between two of us who is lying and who is saying the truth. Now, you came back, the governor came back, and don't forget that your governor now was a functional member of Wike's cabinet. How be it? And even I can even say all be it, he was. All right? Now, he visited with the psychiatric hospital to see whether he can undermine me. To say, I'm doing something, just like they have said that you're doing something in my community. Okay. I have also walked down the place. That project, I don't even see the life. It has not commenced. I don't know if you know.
Which one?
The hospital you said you
have visited
I said I visited that place in 1 week ago.
No,
I said it's a central. Okay, leave that
okay,
alone. Leave that
okay,
out. Let's not argue on that.
Okay.
Now you talked about housing. I don't know whether it is that squalor that people are building by the road here that they call housing.
Okay.
If I am governor tomorrow, or I have somebody who is governor tomorrow, who is development driven, the first advice I will go is go and bulldoze that rubbish.
Which one?
That structure you people are doing there.
You don't have an idea of what is going on there. So
what is going on? What am I?
Sweep it out from outside.
What I'm seeing, I have gone there. Listen,
it is progressing.
Joe,
it's not even the River State government. I'm sure you know that
and
it's a PPP arrangement.
Is that the way you want us to go?
They're misplacing the facts.
No, that's not the way. Is that the way you want us to go? You had your time.
No problem.
You had your time. I didn't look at
go
that.
ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Now I'm saying that the housing scheme they're talking about is shameful. To imagine that a state as River State will have that kind of project.
How so? Why would you say
the reason is that the structures are akin to structures we see at the farthest part of the northern area. It's like a home for nomads. I don't know if you have seen those kind of things they build with raffia and all that. That's what you find there. At a place as conspicuous as that, you build that kind of thing. They are not even the one building in the first place. They are in partnership. River State government is in partnership. The equity they contributed in that project is the land.
So does it make it then null and void because it's a partnership?
I don't understand.
No, sir. Listen, it doesn't make it null and void.
Okay.
If I was to go into partnership with a company,
yes,
or investor for that project, I will not approve, and no sane person will be seen to be approving the kind of structure we see there. So when he says we are doing housing, it is partnership, for crying out loud. The one in Agric is partnership. The one you said you broke into is partnership.
But isn't it we need government to partner with the private sector? I mean, even at the presidential level, we've had those sort of partnership programs.
Now, Andy, I'm saying this because, recall, thank God the commissioner is here. The other time I listened to him on radio and he was naming one or two projects. I said the governor, the governor is not even up to 1 year in office by his own account. He said it's somewhere in May. He said he had been in office only for 4 months. Yes. So count from May to August is about 10 or 11 months. That's what the governor.
You may not understand.
You may not understand what he meant by that. That is the span so far. Now, the issues I have raised before, and I say, please show me a project that the governor started, he midwifed and completed and commissioned. I need to see. I threw that as a challenge, and I'm still throwing it again. Some of these things are makeshift. Oh, let me repair this. Yes, government is a continuum. Granted, okay, but doesn't take away the fact.
I don't have enough time, but
I'm sure the commissioner would respond to this.
I gave him a copy of this scorecard.
So while you
met him in a sister station.
While you're bringing this out, putting out the scorecard.
The last time we met at let me just take him. Let me walk him through.
While the commissioner is looking for that,
let me walk him through it. No. There's a point.
Let's put a few messages.
There's a point. Okay.
We can't take calls clearly because we would not have the time to attend to the calls. But a few people here says. Chijo Hadi says, don't forget Chief Tony Okocha, you were chief of staff to the government in the past. Yes. Now you have the opportunity to correct your shortcomings with your position in the NDDC.
I don't know.
Prince Stewart says, I'm enjoying the conversation, seeing the opposition and the incumbents sitting together and debating development of the state. It's a good thing. Joseph Aloy says, I like the friendly disposition of your guests. Unfortunately, would I put this? There are many people that would think that if you were sitting together, it was going to be war.
No, Joe is my friend.
Now you can see.
I used to go to Kobo.
He's a son of an indirect son of, or whether it's an in-law for this time, whether.
Samuel Anele says, Tony Okocha is not being completely truthful.
Really?
Another one says that the opposition would always be opposition. I'm trying to see if we can take one or two calls. I know that many people would want to contribute, but time is never on our side. So let's see if we can do one or two calls quickly and take more messages. 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003 are the numbers that you can call so you can participate this morning on the show and make your contributions quickly. Let's keep it as short and simple as possible and straight to the point. Temple, good morning. Let's hear you quickly.
Good morning, the very distinguished Ifemian.
Oh, I lost that call from Temple. All right, Susie from Erema, quickly, straight to the point, please. Susie, good morning.
Yeah, let me get Tony Okocha, the APC chairman of Rivers State, and also the Honorable Commissioner for Information of Rivers State. I think I want to say that Tony Okocha still remains the chairman of APC Rivers State, as said by the National Working Committee. And to the Commissioner in Rivers State, of Information in Rivers State, there is something I have been conjecturing. Last time you people came up, your government came up and said you had 7 billion as IGR. Is that IGR not supposed to increase? And if it has increased, what is the level of your IGR today? I've always said that the government speculates a lot. And today you are here telling us how you want to refurbish the psychiatric hospital, how you want to pay bursaries and all of that.
We're refurbishing.
And that left to people at the level of population.
We're refurbishing. We're not
collecting from the federal government.
My brother, we're refurbishing. Not we want
from
to.
The revenue.
It's not correct.
Index of the government has so increased and all of that. So give us that. What people are doing with the money from Rivers State. Thank you very much from the my community.
All right, Susie, thank you. We'll get a response shortly. Even if we don't have a lot of time, I'll see if I can take Ida and Emeka. Let's keep it very simple and short. Ida, good morning. Quickly, straight to the point.
Yeah, good morning. I want to greet the former chairman of APC, Chief Tony Okocha. I'm authentic commissioner for information.
Good morning.
Since when this governor took over government, project booming in Rivers State, investors are approving. Andrew Femi, you're coming to work every day without no gun shot in Rivers State. Come to Ngoshi, people are happy. He's not taking that project to Pupu Nkoro, where he come from. He's doing it further, Obiakwa and other local government. He has never gone to Pupu Nkoro to do all these projects. I want to commend the governor of Rivers State. He should continue his good work, God will guide him and protect him. All those who are looking for a state of emergency will never see it in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you, Honorable.
Emeka from Elele, good morning. Quickly, so we can come back and wrap
brother,
up.
good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Emeka from Elele Alimini.
All right, go ahead.
So, I overheard where you are guests in the studio this morning, Okocha, saying that he cannot apologize to NBA state branch. My dear brother, you see the character we have in the state. He cannot even respect the NBA.
NBA.
You are telling them that they are talking trash. What kind of Nigeria we are? Then another one is him claiming that he remains the acting chairman of APC in River State when a competent judge, a court has given their ruling. The judiciary has ruled that he is no longer the acting chairman of APC.
All right, Emeka.
He is not claiming that he remains the acting chairman of APC, which means he is fighting judiciary.
Thank you, Emeka. Unfortunately, time will not allow us to take more. We have less than 3 minutes, so I'll do 1 minute a piece for each of us. Chief, since the last caller was referring to you, in 1 minute, let's get your concluding remarks.
Well, what else would I say? In this state,
You can talk about the police, because I was going to ask that question. Unfortunately, we don't have time. The situation at the councils. Many have accused the police of being biased.
That's not my business. When you get the PRO of police now and tell them, they'll make references to that or answer to that. Now, the man talked about the court. I want to ask, including my friend here, the court in issue, is it the Supreme Court? It is court of first instance. And I've said that we have filed a notice of appeal. We have also filed a stay of execution. And of course, what it means is that the status quo will remain. Okay. They don't like to hear that word, status quo antebellum. They don't like to hear that word at all. Right, now, Chief. Once that is on, the party says this is what we want. Party is supreme.
All right, Chief, because we don't have time. Commissioner, few seconds left and we'll take in a commercial. So we wrap up.
The type of hatred Tony has for our governor, even if Governor Siminala Ifuba, who is an Opobo man, swims, walks on the water. I don't hate him. Opobo man cannot even swim.
I cannot hate him.
I want to say that
he was my staff when I was chief of staff. He was responsible for bringing my money.
Let's allow the commissioner wrap up. Few seconds left. Very few seconds
I want to
left.
say,
I withdraw. Go ahead.
He said there was a challenge that he posed here, that I should mention one job, one project that this governor started and accomplished.
Yes, please.
We delivered 103 kilometers of road network, which includes 27 kilometers Andoni section of the Ogoni Andoni Opobo Unity Road, the 23 kilometers Emo Waterama Road, the 21 kilometers Ebera Internal Road.
I'm sure those are enough for him.
The 21 kilometers Road.
Hey babes, join the Team Girls Convention Squad powered by Dominion City. Lead praise party.